By September 24th, 1991, you had 4 major albums be released. The end and decline of hair metal was coming to an end, and the rise of the Seattle sound and alternative rock scene. This year was the best year for music, 1991. You had Temple of the Dog, 10, and today, September 24th, 1991, the release date of Nevermind and Badmotorfinger. But today, we are discussing Badmotorfinger. So, sit back, relax, chill out with me for a few minutes of your day, and please enjoy this one. It actually took me years to actually get into Soundgarden. Believe it or not, really. And they're my most favorite band out of the big 4. So basically, I've only knew about Spoon Man and Black Hole Sun for my whole life. I'm not kidding. I listened to Audioslave the most previously. Until I found this one song, music video in particular, a couple of years ago, with my friend, mentor, cameraman, Ken, a few years ago. It was Jesus Christ Pose. I watched the music video like non-stop, like that's the only way I could listen to this song. Like, I loved it so much. Like, that was one of my favorite songs in 2018, I believe. Jesus Christ Pose is just a freaking... It makes your mind blown, really, with all the effects, the sound design of the music video, Chris Cornell's just vocals and ability to sing, really, anything. It's just crazy, this music video that got me into what you know as Soundgarden. I mean, there was Burden in My Hand, Blow Up the Outside World, and the rest of the songs on Down on the Upside, Badmotorfinger, any album of them, any of their albums just gets underlooked, you know, by Black Hole Sun and Spoon Man. Like, there is a few exceptions, like Outshined and, you know, Jesus Christ Pose, that were on MTV at one point. The music video is just mind-blowing. I love it so much. I love the music video. I still do. I wish they would remaster it in, like, you know, high definition, but that's never gonna happen because sadly Chris Cornell passed away in 2017, and you know, camera, you can't really advance a video that's from 1991 or 1990s, any day in the 90s, really. It just doesn't go advanced, you know. It's not HD, it's, you know, 480p black bars on the side. It's just hard work. So basically that's how I found Soundgarden, is through that music video. But when I did, I found so many good songs. And in particular, the first Soundgarden album I really listened to, well, was Super Unknown, but in particular the whole thing, throughout, every song, even though I do hate a little bit, a few songs on this album, I used to at least. So we have Rusty Cage, Outshine, Slaves and Bulldozers, Jesus Christ Pose, Face Pollution, Somewhere. And then side 2. This is when it gets a little bit stoner rock, you know? You got Searching with My Good Eye Closed. I used to hate the frickin' intro to that song, and now I love it so much, you know? Like, it's just stoner rock, you know? It's the birth of stoner grunge, I would say. Stoner grunge. I'm gonna label it as that, really. And then you got Room 1,000 Years Wide, which is basically a little bit like Black Sabbath, which is one of their, you know, influences. And then you have Mind Riot, probably the best song on the album, next to Slaves and Bulldozers. You got Drawing Flies, Holy Water, and then New Damage. The only one on this album that I couldn't listen to the most is Searching With My Eye Closed. Because of that stinking intro, it creeped me out. There's a pig. What's it say? Moo or something? I don't remember the lyrics at all. It freaking creeped me out. I love it though. It's just an amazing song now in my ears. Like, this album is just a masterpiece. And then he actually did it live at Lollapalooza. I believe I have the album right here. You got Gun, Jesus Christ Pose, Outshine with Eddie Vedder, Big Dumb Sex, Rusty Cage, Ugly Truth. I have not actually heard him do a lot of Ugly Truth, actually, from live performances and all that. You got Slaves and Bulldozers. This version of Slaves and Bulldozers is freaking killer. Every version of Slaves and Bulldozers is killer. Chris Cornell is just, it's their, you know, it's their version of Endless Nameless, basically, from Nirvana. You can just add in a bunch of filler, like he sung In My Time of Dying, Roadhouse Blues, Jesus Is Just Alright, Alive. He just adds a bunch of lyrics in the middle of the song where it's the best part. It's that, you know, guitar feedback and bass line that just hook it for me. And I just love this freaking song. It's the best Soundgarden song in my opinion. Like, you just have to show someone, if they're getting into Soundgarden, they're trying to get into Soundgarden, just show them like Jesus Christ Pose and Slaves and Bulldozers. That's all you need to get them hooked, basically, because it's a perfect, you know, filler song and just overall vocal line. Chris Cornell's Slaves and Bulldozers, man. I gotta get the thumbnail. Forgot about that. So basically, this is just it's so hard to rate these albums. I've lived through them. I didn't even hear them. I regret it in my childhood. I don't know why my dad didn't show me this beforehand, and, you know, 4th of July being one of my all-time favorites off of Super Unknown. I just don't understand why he didn't show me, like, their other discography, like Super Unknown, Down on the Upside, which actually got a lot of attention from me, Burning in My Hand and Blow Up the Outside World. But the only downside is you just don't know Zero Chance, Applebite. It's just underrated stuff. Like, they're a really underrated band if you don't look at their hits, you know, like the A-sides. You gotta go to the B-sides to find the epic stuff too. You got Birth Ritual and Homicidal Suicidal, Into the Void covers, just phenomenal stuff. But we're talking about Badmotorfinger as a whole and Soundgarden as a whole. This album revolutionized their sound. It just made Chris Cornell a better singer. At the time, he was more of a, you know, Green River, Tad, that kind of sound. Like Mudhoney, Tad, Green River sound back then, because they only had Louder Than Love. You could only go off of that. And their ST record, Ultra Mega OK. It just revolutionized his sound. He got even better with Super Unknown and Down on the Upside. Like, it's psychedelic grunge, basically, mashed into metal and all that. I classify it as psychedelic grunge, basically, when you go deeper into their stuff, like that, their later 2 albums in the 90s. This one is their most metal, I would say. The most metal out of all of them. It's a fantastic record. That's my grading scale. Freaking 50 out of 10. 50 out of 50. Just a fantastic record. It doesn't matter. Just listen to these albums. Get them for yourself. You need Lollapalooza to actually be in a good mood, you know? Lollapalooza is just, it's the best Soundgarden concert. 1992. 1992. Best Soundgarden concert ever. You can't change my mind otherwise. There is a bunch of other live performances when they were on the Down on the Upside tour. I haven't listened to them all yet, unfortunately. I will do that. I just need to listen to their live performances a little bit more, other than Lollapalooza. I just need to dive deeper, you know? Anyway, this has been a looking back at Badmotorfinger, discussing everything I said in this video that I forgot about. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. The apple pie review is tomorrow. I already have it scheduled up. So hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you enjoy the next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy my Discord, it's below, and like this video is it's grunge, so if you want to join my grunge Discord, that is also linked below. And my Instagram is Psychosis Nightmare, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Stay super chill, guys. Stay super chill.